Hello, my dear friends. Let me ask you something very simple, but very important. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or maybe you've looked at someone you've known for years and suddenly their name just slipped your mind? Now, that's perfectly normal. It happens to everyone once in a while. But as we grow older, many of us begin to worry. What if it's not just forgetfulness? What if it's the beginning of something more serious? I'm talking about Alzheimer's disease. Now, I don't say that to scare you. I say it because today I want to talk with you about something truly hopeful, something natural, simple, and delicious. Something that might help protect your brain as you age. It's small, it's blue, and it grows in the forest or sometimes right in your garden. That's right. Blueberries, yes, blueberries. Not some expensive pill, not a complicated routine. Just a handful of berries. So let's sit together and talk about it, how this humble fruit might be one of the brain's best friends. What is Alzheimer's disease, really? Before we get to blueberries, let's talk for a moment about what Alzheimer's actually is. Alzheimer's disease is a condition that affects the brain. It causes memory loss, confusion, and changes in thinking. It's not just forgetting where you put your glasses. It's forgetting what the glasses are for. Inside the brain of someone with Alzheimer's, strange things happen. Proteins build up in clumps called plaques and tangles. These interfere with how brain cells talk to each other. Eventually, the cells die. And the worst part? Once the damage starts, it cannot be reversed. But, and this is important, it may be slowed down, or better yet, it might even be prevented. And that's where our little blueberry comes in, the power of blueberries. You see, blueberries are more than just a sweet treat. They're what scientists call a superfood. Why? Because they are packed with something called antioxidants. Antioxidants are tiny warriors. They fight against damage in your body caused by what we call oxidative stress. It's a bit like rust on an old car. Over time, stress can damage your brain, especially as you age. But blueberries? They're full of powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. That's the compound that gives blueberries their beautiful deep blue color, and it's also what gives them their brain protective power. These anthocyanins help reduce inflammation and protect brain cells from aging, but it gets even better. What science says about blueberries and memory over. The past 20 years, researchers around the world have been studying blueberries and how they affect the aging brain. In one famous study, scientists asked a group of older adults, people just like you, to eat a cup of wild blueberries every day for 12 weeks. The result? The people who ate blueberries did better on memory tests. Their brains were sharper. In another study from the University of Cincinnati, people with early memory problems drank blueberry juice every day. After a few months, they showed improvements in learning and memory compared to those who didn't, and these aren't small results. Brain scans actually showed changes in the way their brains functioned. The areas of the brain involved in memory, like the hippocampus, were more active, all from a little blue fruit. Now, let me pause here to say something important. Blueberries are not a cure. They won't erase Alzheimer's, but they may help delay it. They may help you stay sharper, longer. And that, my friends, is powerful. Why blueberries help the brain? Let me explain a bit more. Why do blueberries help? Well, your brain is a very hungry organ. It uses a lot of energy and produces a lot of waste. Over time, this can cause stress and inflammation. Blueberries help in several ways. They reduce oxidative stress. The antioxidants in blueberries neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that can damage brain cells. They reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation is linked to Alzheimer's. Blueberries have anti-inflammatory compounds that calm down the brain's immune system. They improve blood flow. Blueberries help relax blood vessels, improving circulation to the brain. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients. They boost brain signals. Some studies suggest blueberries help improve communication between neurons, so your thoughts move more clearly and quickly. They protect the hippocampus. This part of your brain is key to memory, and it's one of the first to be damaged in Alzheimer's. Blueberries help keep it healthy. Isn't that something? Nature has given us this little gift, a berry that protects the very thing we value most, our memories. How much should you eat? Now you may be wondering, how many blueberries do I need to eat? Most studies used about half a cup to 1 cup of blueberries a day. That's about a small handful. Fresh blueberries are great, of course, but frozen ones are just as good. Even dried blueberries or blueberry powder can help, though you want to be sure they don't have added sugar. You can put them in oatmeal, smoothies, yogurt, or just eat them with a spoon. And if fresh berries are hard to find where you live, no problem. Frozen blueberries keep all their benefits. Remember, it's not about eating a mountain of berries once. It's about a little bit every day, just like brushing your teeth. What about blueberry supplements? Some people ask, can I just take a blueberry pill? Well, supplements may help a little, but they're not the same as the real fruit. You're missing out on the fiber, the full mix of nutrients, and the enjoyment of eating real food. I always say, if you can eat the real thing, do it. And besides, a bowl of blueberries is much more pleasant than a pill bottle, isn't it? Blueberries. And other brain foods number and now, blueberries are a star, but they're not the only player on the team. To protect your brain, you want a full team of healthy foods. Leafy greens like spinach and kale nuts, especially walnuts, fatty fish like salmon or sardines, olive oil, and of course, berries, especially blueberries. This type of eating pattern is part of the MIND diet, a brain-healthy way of eating that has been shown to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. And do you know what's beautiful about this? You don't have to be perfect. Even people who follow the diet moderately well still see benefits. So just start with one thing. Maybe it's blueberries today, maybe spinach tomorrow. Other things you can do to protect your brain. Of course, food is just one piece of the puzzle. If you truly want to protect your brain as you age, here are a few more tips. Keep moving. Exercise improves blood flow and clears away waste from the brain. Sleep well. Your brain cleans itself at night. That's when memories are stored and toxins are washed away. Stay socially active. Talk to friends. Join clubs. Volunteer. Your brain loves conversation. Challenge your mind. Read books. Play games. Learn something new. Keep your brain busy. Manage stress. Chronic stress harms your memory. Try breathing exercises, prayer, or quiet time in nature. And finally, stay hopeful. The brain is more resilient than we ever thought. Even in later life, your brain can grow new connections. Every blueberry, every walk, every laugh, it all adds up. A personal message now. My dear listener, if you've stayed with me this far, I want to thank you, because taking care of your brain is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself and the people who love you. You may not be able to change the past, but you can make choices today that shape your future. You can choose a bowl of blueberries instead of a bowl of chips. You can choose a walk around the block instead of another hour on the couch. And those small choices, they matter. I've seen it again and again. Older adults, people just like you, who stayed curious, who stayed active, who ate well. They aged with grace, clarity, and joy. And I want that for you too. Final thoughts. So remember, my friends, a banana is nice. An apple is great, but a blueberry may just be your brain's best friend. It's nature's little memory pill. So, go ahead, add a few to your breakfast tomorrow, or pop a handful in your mouth while sitting on the porch. You're not just enjoying a sweet snack, you're protecting your most precious treasure, your mind. Thank you for spending time with me today. Take care of your brain, be kind to your body, and never stop learning. Until next time.